Hello, my name is McCaig, and my internship was at the Strong Memorial Hospital. It's also the University of Rochester, where it has students come in and help out with some patients while they're continuing their schooling. It's a 739-bed hospital, and the patients come from the Finger Lakes and surrounding New York areas. The services they provide are organ transplant, trauma and burn centers, the NICU, neuromedicine, cardiology, and it has a cancer center also, very large cancer center. I worked in the imaging sciences, which is radiology, if you know that word better. This is the entrance to the hospital. The reason why I chose this site, my Aunt Connie works there as a nurse in the GI department, and I contacted other hospitals around where I live, and none of them could cater to what I was looking for. And I did all of my hours in the imaging sciences, and my supervisor, Connie White, talked me into kind of shadowing each department, which they're called modalities. And so I did X-ray, GIGU, which is the gastrointestinal, CT, MRI, and ultrasound at the end. My major is interdisciplinary health services, and that's more like a health foundation, so I will continue schooling to be a sonographer after I graduate from Queens. This is an MRI that I got to see. It's got pictures on the wall, and the lighting's very interesting, and there's music playing, and it's for people who are either claustrophobic or too large to fit in other ones. It's called the open MRI. I got to go in the reading rooms with a radiologist. This is an ultrasound of a bladder, and you can see the colors. That's the vessels and everything, so you can see it's alive and active. And this is somebody doing sonography, so that's what I will be doing someday, hopefully. My role really was just to observe. I answered questions that they asked me. I asked questions. I didn't have an agreement affiliation, so I just worked with patients mostly, but some of the people, somebody in MRI had a lecture that they did at RIT, so she taught me more about MRI, so I understood a little bit more. And my supervisor had a textbook that I would read about the different modalities before I went to observe them. I could hand gloves not hand gloves, I had to put gloves on, and I handed things like films and foams to put under the patient to keep them propped if they couldn't prop themselves. I saw different things like people in the intensive care unit where they were in motorcycle accidents or gunshot wounds where their stomachs were open or their head, and that was very interesting to me. This is a portable, and I could go on the portables with the X-ray the text, and everything's on there. These little films that they could put behind the patient so they could get a good picture, and these are the foams that they would prop and put the body in the right position. I did a lot of communication. Each area had different people and different supervisors, so I would almost get interviewed every time I would go to a different area, and I had to dress for the job, so I wore business casual clothes. They wore scrubs mostly, except for the higher up people, and I did what I was asked. I was polite and I was positive the entire time. I can add this to my resume, and I brought in my other classes like anatomy that I have taken with my major, and this is the transducer. It's a little bit more about cardiology, what I want to go into. It's a great experience, and I'm really grateful for the opportunity that I got. I will continue my education to be a sonographer after I graduate from Queens with my bachelor's degree.